A week ago, I had finished working on a talk about perseverance. It was moving and serious, but I realized upon reflection that we spent the better part of last year being serious. I decided that it would be better to break away from that in favor of something all of us could use. The best year for an all-too-serious time is a little different. But before I do that, I would hate for all the hard work that I put into that moving message to be lost. So I will sum it up briefly. Class of 2021, you can do hard things. Congratulations. As I thought of how best to find humor in a year full of social injustice, political strife, a global pandemic, racism, and war, the following story came to mind. It was originally printed in the English news column many years ago. Metaphorically, I think this last year felt much like this experience for many of us. It appears that a company based in England owned a property in the West Indies. A violent storm had damaged one of the buildings, and a man was sent to make repairs. He wrote his experience as follows. Respected sir, when I got to the building, I found that the hurricane had knocked some of the bricks off the top. So I rigged up a beam with a pulley at the top of the building and hoisted up a couple barrels full of bricks. When I had fixed the building, there were a lot of bricks left over. I hoisted the barrel back up again and secured the line at the bottom, and then went up and filled the barrel with extra bricks. Then I went to the bottom and cast off the line. Unfortunately, the barrel of bricks was heavier than I was, and before I knew what was happening, the barrel started down, jerking me off the ground. I decided to hang on. Halfway up, I met the barrel coming down, receiving a severe blow on the shoulder. I then continued to the top, hanging my head against the beam, and getting my finger down in the hole. When the barrel hit the bottom, it burst its bottom, allowing all the bricks to spill out. I was now heavier than the barrel, and so again started down at high speed. Halfway down, I hit the barrel coming up, and received severe injuries to my shins. When I hit the ground, I landed on the bricks, getting several painful cuts from the sharp edges. At this point, I must have lost my presence of mind, because I let go of the line. The barrel then came down, giving me another heavy blow on the head and putting me in the hospital. I respectfully request sympathy. Much like this fellow, we've had a few bumps and bruises in the last year, not without some beneficial lessons, which I'll review. We have learned to increase our listening skills. With the introduction masks, I would wager that statistically, there was an increase in the words and phrases in the classroom, such as, what did you say? Can you repeat that? I can't hear you. What? Or huh? We now can guesstimate with precision what 6 feet looks like. And if you're unsure, Mr. Brack has a tape measure. We learned firsthand the science of airborne illnesses. Frequently are the misfortune of entire passenger teams becoming quarantined and missing events or games on the count of one, unaware of COVID carrier. Look at you, Thomas. We learned wearing a mask meant you didn't have to brush your teeth every morning when you didn't want to. But it only took once for you to realize that you wanted to. We learned a myriad of things not to do while in a Zoom meeting, and to check if your mic or camera was on before you do or say anything. We learned snow days are a endangered species. We learned hoodies can hide your identity, but masks cannot. We learned that we are all truly the same color: red, orange, yellow, or green. I notify you each Friday on social media. We learned we generally prefer people's conclusions, and we learned that we can smile in our eyes. Hopefully, we have learned that nothing can help us through unfortunate events, so much as laughing together. Scientifically, laughing triggers hormones such as endorphins and dopamine, which create a feeling of happiness and self-assurance. In opposition, it dramatically lowers the levels of stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. Even a mask can prevent us from an infectious laugh or good humor. And that is something worth catching. Better yet, something worth spreading. That's the message I'd like to leave with you. That every time you find humor in a situation, you win. As we go on in life, continue to try to find the positive and everything.